Hello, hello. This is for day 306 through day 313 of my 365-day raw suspending disbelief journey. And the reason this is also for February 22nd through 28th. I believe I may have this wrong. Anyways, I lost my voice. I lost my voice for a week. I literally could not record. It was so bad. It would cut right out and just be silent. Like no sound coming out. And the most that I could get out of it was just like this croaky. If I really pushed, I could get this like really croaky, um, struggling sound to come out. So, um, I won't lie, this was super frustrating, especially less than a week after sort of hitting that recovery point with how sick I got for a couple of weeks. And all of a sudden, it was like I had to reschedule all my calls again. I had to move things around. I just had no voice. And I mean, I had a little bit of a runny nose, nothing major. My cough hadn't completely gone away. So it was still kind of there, but nothing insane to cause the loss of my voice. Um, it just happened. And so yeah, it was a little bit frustrating after having already had 2 weeks at the end of December, beginning of January that I couldn't work, and then 2 weeks in February where I was so sick I couldn't work, and then it was like here's the third week in February. So just like 5 weeks in a couple of months, right? That I wasn't able to get any work done, or I was able to get work done this last week, but I was not able to do calls. I wasn't able to. So I've been pushing off so many calls and having to reschedule them again and again, and it's been um, a practice in pulling my hair out. So it's okay. It's just been like, holy, like how long do I have to suspend disbelief about not being able to work for? And some realizations have come out of it in the slowing down of it that um number one, I've had the thought before that my son maybe needs to be homeschooled, that conventional school system is just not working for him. And um in this fifth week of downtime in such a short period of time, it really made me look at like, what am I telling the story that I'm telling myself of like, I could never homeschool. That's insane. That would be so hard for me. Like, I'm just not a teacher type, like all of these things. Um, and really looking at actually what's best for my son. And I don't know that conventional school is what's best for him anymore. So I'm sort of playing with that idea, in talks with the school, like all that kind of stuff. It also made me take a really good look at like, I say my life is so flexible, but the amount of things that I've had to reschedule because of these different reasons over 5 weeks spread over 2 months, makes me really look at like, okay, how many hours am I working in a week? How many hours, like, because it just felt like such a crushing weight of things that weren't getting done. It made me look at like, okay, well, that's not reasonable. Um, or is that reasonable rather? And I don't think that it is. And so looking at it, it was like, well, how many hours am I actually working? I started really tracking my time as much as I could. Started looking at like, okay, what are things that people book calls for, and can I switch that so that it's more evergreen, less hands-on for me? Things like that. So I've been exploring that a lot. And I think really a lot of what's been coming through is just this, as much as I love what I do, and so I don't feel like I'm doing too much work. Um, I really think it's been this lesson in like, yeah, you are working too much actually, and you need to slow down. You need to slow down before you burn out, because even if you love something that much, you can burn out from it. Um, and I think I really have been, on the verge of burnout, on the verge of adrenal collapse, just because of I'm always so go go go, whether it's with the kids or whether it's with business, right? I'm not stopping. So it's really got me looking at just, the number of things that I put on our plates. And, I talk about, I want to go camping in the summer with them. I want to do these things. And am I really making my life work with that? Am I really standing by what I'm saying are my goals? Am I really making the space? Am I really letting go of the work? Even though I love the work so much, it doesn't feel like work. I need to still look at it as, yes, this is work, and I need to cut it back. So that's been stretchy and interesting and all the things. And I really just feel this, like, there is a really loud message coming through here. And if I ignore it, maybe then I do hit adrenal collapse, or I do hit burnout. And I know I don't want that. I've been there. I don't want that. And yeah, so it's just really been it's been a week of really taking a look at what is included in my life, what's not, what can I let go of. And I mean, I know that I've mentioned doing that a few times over the last couple of months, but it's been a real deep dive this last week. And really confronting, even really like making me take a good hard look at it. So suspending disbelief that is that is all worth it, because it's not been the most fun thing in the world. But I do believe that in the end, it is teaching me what I need to know. It's a lesson. And I am trying to accept and receive the lesson with grace. So that's what I have for you guys today. And I will talk to you all next time.